Yay! It's favorites of the month. Yay! It's favorites of September, but I know it's October, but it's the favorites of the month previous. So yay! I know you guys really enjoy these, and so do I. And I keep running, notes on my phone all throughout the month or all the time, so that I can, whenever something hits me, I put it in my favorites. So yay! Okay. So what are we starting with? I'm starting with sheets. Now, I know this isn't January, and isn't it January kind of like white month? I mean, it used to be that way when I was growing up, that January was the time you bought sheets and towels. I bet it's not like that anymore. Anyway, so we're going to talk about sheets, and there's some great sheets at LL Bean. Now, I'm fussy and not knowledgeable enough, and I don't want to spend gazillions of dollars, but LL Bean's percale sheets are really good. In fact, and they have really good soft colors. I got sand, and it's beautiful, and it's very similar to sheets that I bought that were more expensive, that what would you say, kind of fell apart. Do you believe it? So I highly recommend the sheets by LL Bean, and they're percale, and they're really pretty. And you're going to ask me how many threads per inch. I don't know, but just look up LL Bean. Really good sheets. So I get as I say, I get the sand. That's number one. Number two, my glasses. People are always asking me about my glasses, and these are also a good price. They're from Warby Parker, and you can either go to a Warby Parker store, or you can order like 5. They'll send you 5, and then you return them, but you can try them on at home. And these are copies of, I think they're copies of a very, very, very expensive iframe. But these aren't. I think these are $98. I know they're not 10. I know they're not 25, but they're not a couple of hundred either. So my Warby Parkers. And none of the things that I'm mentioning today have I been gifted, PR, anything. They're all stuff I bought, own, etc. Have you heard of MZ Wallace? I was going to Israel, I think it was about 3 or 4, 18, 19, 21, maybe 5 years ago or 4 years ago. And I didn't feel like I had the right purse. And I asked a friend, and in fact, she's a writer. So I asked a friend, and I said, I'm trying to find a purse for traveling. And she said, a lot of people really like MZ Wallace. And I'd never heard of MZ Wallace. Now, MZ Wallace also sells through Bloomingdale's, so you can see the quality at Bloomingdale's. And they also have a great online store. And if you register with them, you get notified of sales, because they have great sales. So this is the purse. Wait, people say I carry bricks in my purse, and I probably do. So this is the one. I got this to go to Israel, and so this is at least, let's say it's 5 years old. Do you know, it was perfect. I've been wearing it ever since. You can have straps like this, so you can wear it across your body. You can put this over your shoulders, and they've also got a chain, what do you call it, thing that you can attach. They're made beautifully. Let me show you a prettier one. This one I wear a lot, and I wear it dressy, and I think this is called a Crosby. And one of the thing that people really like is that, see how it's got gathers? No, what do you call it? Where it goes across. So it's like a Chanel purse without trying to look like a Chanel purse. And it's got leather, look, leather here. You can wash this in the washing machine. It comes out beautifully. This has, how many straps? It's really, really well made. These aren't cheap, but if you get them on sale, and they last forever. They're really good quality. And this has two more straps. One of them kind of like this, and another dressier. Let's see if I can find the dressy. So the way I keep my purses, I keep them I put plastic bags in them, or I put tissue paper so they retain their color. Let's see what's in here. So it comes with a bag that you can use for lipstick, what have you, and it also comes with another kind of chain. And this, oh, that's why it's so heavy, because this is heavy. So, and it comes with a chain, and so this comes with two straps, and lots of room, and I love these. So I've kind of collected them, and I've got, I don't know, 3 or 4. They're really good purses. As I say, they're not cheap, but at the same time, if you buy them on sale, they're very good value. So these are MZ Wallace purses. And I've got another one that I really like. Wait, I'm going to show this to you. Again, and this is the same style. Again, leather on the, I should work for QVC. Leather over here, and again, I've got it stuffed with tissue paper. Wait, you can't see. Tissue paper and 3 different, look, it's got this strap, and a plain leather strap. I mean, you get a lot of value. I kind of like this this strap because, I don't know, it makes it less dressy. And again, it's got, quilted. That was the word I was looking for. So it's kind of a quilted bag, and in many styles. So take a look at MZ Wallace. Am I the last one to discover Trader Joe's pizzas? Am I? Maybe. Anyway, I just discovered Trader Joe's pizzas, and if you've got a Trader Joe's next to you, near you, they're really good, and they're very light, and they're not not a thick crust. So I really enjoy the Trader Joe's pizzas, and they have some French ones. I don't know what they're called, but they have some French ones, like I had one with cheese and tomatoes on it, and it was really delicious and very light. I'm sure it had a lot of calories, but it was still delicious and light. And they've got one with onions and I think ham and cheese, maybe brie. So they've got a number of them, but they're lovely and would make a nice appetizer or hors d'oeuvres, something like that. So I recommend Trader Joe's pizzas. Then a book I just finished reading that is wonderfully gossipy. Now, we all need some candy to read, don't we? So this book is called Capote's Women, and it's about Capote. What's his first name? My goodness. I mean, I just spent how much time reading it? Capote. Anyway, it's called Capote's Women, and what he does, Capote has written a number of superb books, but he said his final book was going to be Answered Prayers, and it would be about all of the women that he hung out with, and that they told all their secrets to, and he loved being with very, very rich women and staying in their homes and flying in their airplanes and eating their superb food. So it's about people like Babe Paley, Slim Keith, Pamela Churchill, Marella Agnelli. It's about all these women that used to be at the top of society. I know that a lot of you you're not my age, you're younger than I am, but there was a period of time in the 60s and 70s, maybe 80s also, maybe 90s, where these women were the women that we looked up to and wanted to look like, including Jacqueline Kennedy. We wore gloves and we dressed beautifully and we had a certain je ne sais quoi, or we tried to. Well, he talks about, it's just lovely gossipy stories about these women and his interaction with these women in Europe and all over the world and in these fabulous homes. So for a lot of fun, I can't remember Capote's first name. Anyway, it's a really entertaining book. Another thing, I don't know if you shop on QVC, but one of the people that I like, and where some of you have complimented me on some of the t-shirts, Isaac Mizrahi has some very good quality t-shirts, and I've gotten a number of them, and I mean, do I buy other, that's about the only thing that I buy on QVC, but some of his t-shirts are really nice, so I highly recommend those. Also, I bet you're going to ask me, look at this watch band. So I've discovered and fallen in love with a new watch band. This watch band, it's by Machete, Machete. You know that I make a list of everything that I have, and I put it in the show more. But you know what? I'll pin it to the first comment so that you have the exact name. And I love these bands. I've got one in kind of black and white, and this one is kind of tortoise and white. And it's got, the only thing is that you have to take out some of the links here. And at first it seems intimidating, but then it's not that bad at all. Wait a second. Of course, I have to always remember how to put it on. Wait a second. Oh, I know, this way, okay. While I have my watch here, you know, on the old Apple Watch, you used to, one of the things I loved about my Apple Watch was that I could find my iPhone, because I was constantly losing my iPhone. Before, you just go like this and you'd press on the phone and it would make a sound and you could find your iPhone. They changed it without telling me. Well, my son said they told everybody, but I wasn't paying attention. So what you do, you press lightly, and then you find the little square, that's your phone, and you press on it, and you find your iPhone. I'm constantly losing my iPhone. It's always under a piece of paper, or it's in the room right over there. I'm always losing it. So you just press lightly. Not if you press heavy, then you get an alarm, a health alarm. But if you just press lightly, wait a second, press lightly, just like real fast, and you hit that. So I recorded a whole video, and then discovered, when I was talking about the iPhone and how you could find the iPhone by just, you know, hitting the little bar here and hitting it lightly. Well, I hit it lightly, and the iPhone that I was using to recorded and had that sound, and it stopped recording, and I didn't know it. So I'm back again, and I'll try not to repeat. Well, I don't even know what I recorded before to not repeat. But anyway, I'm back again, and I'm not going to hit that bell again. But that's the way to find your iPhone with this new operating system. There. Okay, so moving on. Let's go to something ridiculous. You know what? This is the best detergent for your dishes. Don't laugh. Because what happened was my new dishwasher failed, and I had a technician come and fix it and come out and fix it. And while he's fixing it, he said, I want to give you a sample of this detergent because it's so much better. Well, in my mind, detergents are detergents. There's not that much difference, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It really makes a difference. This cleans your dishes so much better. So this is Finish Quantum, and it's got Ultimate Clean, Diamond Shine, Care and Protect. I don't know, but it's got 3 different things that it does. And one thing's blue, one thing's red, and one thing's speckled. So the next time you go buy detergent for your dishwasher, give this a try, because I could see the difference. It really made my dishes brighter and shinier. Who knew? The technician knew. Something else. This is a great device for holding your iPhone. You put the iPhone here. If it needs to be plugged in, the plug can go through here and out through here. This is a great, my husband has one, I have one. I've got one in the studio, I've got one in the kitchen. It's a great thing to hold your iPhone. I love it. So I use this all the time, and this is a good thing. I love it. as I say, I'll put I'll put where you can get it down below. Who's it by? Omoten, Omotum, Omoten. Anyway, I'll put it in the show more, and I'll also paste it in the first comment so that you can see where to buy it and the name, etc. Great device. I'd show you it with my iPhone, but my iPhone's recording right now. Okay, what else? Two more books that I really enjoyed. So I've been a little obsessed by Pamela Churchill. I don't know if you know about her, but she was married to Randolph Churchill, which is Winston Churchill's son. And I'd say she was married for what, 5 minutes? She was married for long enough. Randolph Churchill wanted to make sure he had a son before he went to war. And he chose Pamela Churchill. Her name was Pamela Digby something. She was, I think, a lady. Anyway, she's had quite a life. She's had affairs with almost every man who's very powerful and very, very rich, such as a Rothschild, Agnelli, who was owned Fiat, Averell Harriman. Let's see, he was the ambassador to Britain during World War II. Let's see, just everybody who was wealthy, she was she had an affair with. And anyways, such a story. So that's another, really fun book, or fascinating, eye-opening. I had no idea. So this is Pamela Churchill, and there are two books. One of them is Reflected Glory, and that one's by Sally Bedell Smith. And the other one is Life of the Party, and that's by Christopher Ogden. And they're both very enjoyable books. I like a little gossip in my life. And it's not, well, this isn't gossip. It's just telling her story. And she was she was quite something. So I think you'll enjoy, they're old books, but did you read them? Did you? If you didn't, read them. Let's see what else I've got here on my list. Talking about enjoying yourself, have you heard about the Netflix series called The Supermodels? It's the story of Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford, Christy Turlington, and Linda Evangelista. And it's their stories from when they began being a model to when they were in hyper super model status. It's a very enjoyable series. It's perfect candy. It's like eating a bonbon each time you watch one of the shows. Bonbon material. I loved it. In fact, they were featured on the cover of Vogue magazine, and it's really been a big thing to get these four models together. Maybe you don't like war movies. There are some war movies I don't like either, but this is called Band of Brothers, and I think it was maybe 92. It was a long time ago that it was made, but it's about World War II, and it's about this whole company it was called Easy Company. Easy Company, and it was the 101st Airborne. And that company is still today operating. And it takes this Easy Company from their first beginnings, I think it was in Georgia, and their training, to the end of World War II. And I'd gotten really bored with movies that I'd been seeing, really bored. And I wanted to see something good. And this is excellent. It's based on the book by Stephen Ambrose. And I've loved his books, and they're fascinating. I've read his books about World War II. I think the one I read was about D-Day. You can tell that I'm really interested in World War II. And this is a marvelous it's a movie series. It's a marvelous series telling the story of World War II as the soldiers, land on D-Day and their whole progression towards Berlin and Germany. Excellent series. Um, so I loved that. And that was on Netflix. Oh my goodness, I hope it was. It was either Netflix or Amazon Prime. The other one that I've been watching on, this is also World War II, on PBS, which is called World on Fire, and it's on PBS. And again, it's a story about World War II and the people in Poland, in what it's like living in England at the time. And it's got a number of characters, and it switches from character to character, and so it keeps it moving, and their love life and their fighting and their just snippets of everything having to do with World War II. I don't know why I'm big on World War II right now. So that's called World on Fire, and it's on PBS. During COVID, my sister put together a book of our family history. We've all been fascinated by it and by the story of our family, where they live. They lived in Ukraine, and how they escaped, how they lived in Ukraine, the story of the whole family. And there was something like 6 or 7 brothers and coming to America. And my sister, during COVID, decided to put a book together. And she used Shutterfly, and let me show you. This is the front of the book. And it's pictures of my uncles and my aunts. And this is a phenomenal book. And it just tells the history of our family. Look at this. Now she put together, this book 1 is the history of the family, and book 2, she took each family member and had photographs and a genealogy chart to show where everybody fit into the picture, and pictures of their family. And I recently got together with my family at a function, and everybody said what a difference this book made. And you're going to say, why are you talking about that? You know, the holidays are coming up, and sometimes during the holidays, people get lonely and they don't know what to do with themselves. And what about telling a story? It doesn't have to be a big book. It can be a small book. Apple has books. You can tell a story through an Apple book. But why not learn something new? Tell your story. Tell your family story. People will love it, and you can publish it, and you can send it to people. But it might be a wonderful project to have during the holidays when, let's say, your family is far away, or let's say you don't have a family, but you want to tell your story. So I was just thinking that maybe this would be a great thing to do, is tell your story. And I think that they have many senior centers where you can join, and they have writing classes, and I would hope that it would be something that could fulfill your life, or fill your life with your story, somebody's story, and publish it, meaning you self-publish it. So I wanted to this is a phenomenal book, and the two of them, I just can't hold both of them, but they're phenomenal stories, and they'll be with us always. We're lucky. Thank you to my sister. Thank you for joining me, and I hope these were good finds for this month. And remember to follow and enjoy, and thank you for all of my new followers. I really appreciate it. Thank you for following me, and I hope you have a happy month, and I'll see you soon.